How are you feeling about Super Cup Northern Ireland?
Now organisation and prep work's all finished, complete. Just excited. There's lots of noise going on in Northern Ireland about Bracknell Town are coming over. We don't quite know who they are, what they are, how good they are. The boys are excited, I'm excited, members of staff are excited.
How many players have you taken?
I've got 18 in the squad, 2 goalkeepers, 16 outfield. We don't normally take squads quite as big as that, but with 5 games in 5 days, I think we might need them at the end of the week.
What's the age? Is it I know it's your last year's under 14s.
Yeah.
Is this tournament last year's age, or is it set as an under 15s tournament?
It's set as we're basically half a year young.
Right.
If that makes sense. So it's based on the European model where it's January to December years, rather than us over here where we're September to September. So we are in effect playing up half a year, if that makes sense. So some of our younger ones, July birthdays, they could be 05s. Some of the players in our level could be January 04s. So we could be sort of 16, 17 months younger than some of them. But that's fine, the boys are quite capable.
What do you perceive to be the biggest test out there? What game?
You'd like to think the Rangers game, the Glasgow Rangers game, is going to be kind of the pinnacle. Having said that, doing a bit of research, some of the county sides in Northern Ireland seem to be really strong. So there's a bit of noise flying around about that. But obviously the first game to really look forward to is probably that Rangers game on a Tuesday night in a stadium that holds 15,000. I'm sure there'll be 1,000 or so Bracknell fans turning up to watch that game, or possibly not, maybe.
How will parents stay up to speed whilst the tournament progresses?
So there's a few parents coming over for the game. There's a couple of parents literally just flying in for one game and then flying back out again, which is great. But from a social media point of view, I think we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, the Facebook page will be constantly updated what the boys are doing, training sessions, the rehab, the prehab before the next game, and then obviously information regarding the games themselves. So
there's going to be lots of kind of blogging of the event, lots of video content.
Absolutely. It's an amazing competition to even be invited into. So as a football club at our standard, we need to tell the world about it, certainly locally.
People probably may not have heard of it as the Super Cup Northern Ireland. What was its previous name?
It used to be known as the Milk Cup. So even back in my day when I was playing, 30 years ago probably, I played in the Milk Cup as a 12-year-old over in Northern Ireland. So anyone kind of my age and similar will know it as the Milk Cup. Very prestigious event where it's a professional tournament basically, with invite only. For us to be, I'm guessing we're probably one of the lowest ranking on paper teams at the tournament, and I say that on paper because I don't think we will be once we're there with the quality of boys that we're taking.
So what's the bit you're looking forward to the most? I hear the opening ceremony is meant to be amazing.
Yeah, I think the opening ceremony kind of takes over the whole town, and there's a parade and the locals come out to see. With years gone by, I think they've had David Beckham's played in it, Scholes has played in it, Giggs has played in it, so all the big Man United guys that we all know and love now have all played in these. So I think locally the parents and the children that live in the towns, they come out and try and look at who's these next big stars going through. I think Rashford played there 5 years ago. So a huge event for the opening ceremony.
So the talent on display, you're looking at a tournament where perhaps 3, 4, 5 years from now they could be playing in the Premier League,
household names,
Champions League, World Cup finals.
Absolutely, yeah. Hopefully, maybe one of our boys as well. You never know.
So again, touching on that, I know you had a couple of lads go off this week and play in the Foyle Cup.
Yep.
Which is also out in Ireland.
Yeah, Northern Ireland as well.
Northern Ireland. They were representing Sheffield United.
Yeah, so two of our boys that have been with for me for 2 or 3 years now have. Yeah, lucky enough to be scouted and gone up and played with Sheffield United for a few trial games for the last 6 months or so, and then been invited to go and play for them for this week in the Foyle Cup. I think Alex has already scored 3 or 4 in the tournament so far, and George is doing very well by the sound of things. So just slightly disappointing for us because we'd like them in our team next week, but for their experience and for their development, going to play for Sheffield United is brilliant.
What's your slant on that or take on that? Because I know that some clubs, they look at a player as theirs. It's our player.
Yeah.
But How do you feel when a bigger club
Yep.
playing in the professional game comes in for one of our younger players?
I think it's a must for us. I think we unless I think we're Real Madrid, which we're certainly not, we're a kind of a developmental club where we've got to pass our boys on as and when they're ready to clubs that potentially could give them more opportunities, potentially playing with slightly better players than we potentially got here at the moment. So yeah, as a development kind of opportunity, yeah, we must push our boys on. And good luck to them. If they're playing for Sheffield United and get signed, brilliant.
What's the rumour flying around in the last 24 hours? We've had contact or communication from Liverpool about a player.
Yeah, we've had one of our scouts down here said they're looking at one of those two that are in, I better not say too much, but one of those that playing for Sheffield United this week have been on the radar of Liverpool now. So from our point of view, that's great. Just even someone as big as Liverpool even talking about one of our players suggests that we're doing something right here.
Bring it back to kind of more local. Last week you met with Nicky Shorey. You come in and watched our first team play a game. Nicky Shorey again is kind of I suppose he's a Reading legend.
Yep.
Played in the Premier League, I believe.
Absolutely.
For Reading. He's now back there, heading up scouting.
Yep.
He's popped down. He's very interested in what we're doing. Talk just more about that. What's the aspirations with the tie-in with Reading and more importantly, how did it go with Nicky Shorey?
Well, I think great. Meeting Nicky for the first time a week or so ago was brilliant. We want to form those links with the likes of Reading. We're 10 minutes down the road from Reading, and if we've got players that are ready for a Category 1 academy, we need those kind of successful and happy links with people like Nicky that I can contact directly and we can have communications with, saying, right, you need to have a look at this 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, 12-year-old, whatever we've got in our club. Have a look at him because I think he's probably now ready for the next step. So I'm a firm believer though that we've got to make sure that our boys are ready for the next step. I'm not so sure it's a great thing that we've got a lot of our boys at this club have been in and out of pro clubs on trial for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, half a season, whatever, all these kind of things that are going on. And actually I would like us to make these boys ready, whether that's technically or tactically, but more so mentally and socially, so that when they go into a Reading or a Sheffield United or a Liverpool, that they're ready to stay in. They go in as their top 4 or 5 players in that age group and go there, stay there. So that's the kind of the conversation that I was having with Nicky. That's, Nicky, I know the kind of the standard that you're looking for. When we think they're ready, we'll tell you. You come and have a look, and then if you think they're right for Reading at that moment in time, by all means have them.
I'm right in thinking that it's a kind of a two-way partnership. I know that Reading have been using the ground for their floodlit Premier League Cup games. What opportunities would we offer to the players being released from Reading at, say, kind of 15, 16, 17 years of age? Why would they come here?
Yeah, I think, again, chatting to Nicky, I think we kind of want to be a genuine exit route for these players that, for whatever reason, might not be quite ready for the highs of a Reading or a Category 1 academy. So they can come back to us and continue their development and not sort of go straight back into as good as some of the grassroots standards is, to go back straight into a grassroots standard whereby they might not necessarily continue their development, their whole round development within football. So we can be that genuine exit route, come back to us, we can continue their development in all areas of the game, and then hopefully push them on, give them a happy kind of environment for them to continue to improve, to then hopefully push back into the professional environment. So
a little bit like Jamie Vardy, he was a late developer.
Absolutely.
Entered the game.
Yeah.
In his 20s?
Yeah, mid 20s.
Mid-20s.
Yeah. So we've there's late developers. There's late developers physically. There's late developers mentally. There's late developers in all sorts of kind of areas of the game. That just because you're released from Reading at 15, it's not the end of the journey. As long as there's places like ours or other academies locally that actually gives the players what they need to continue to improve, instead of thinking, like, I've been released from Reading, what do I do now? Yeah, it's the end. It's not the end. The journey just continues.
Just a different route.
Absolutely.
If the desire's there, this is the right destination for them to come.
We say this in our academy now. We'll give our players the tools that they need. It's up to them how they want to apply them, and desire is a huge part of it.
So coming back over to the Super Cup Northern Ireland, what's your target for the week? What do you want to take out of the week?
I want our guys to go there and kind of show the world as such, or some of these top teams that we're playing against, that actually we're good. I saw a piece on social media that one of the Irish teams were playing, Dundalk. They don't even know who we are, where we're from. They kind of we're Bracknell Town from London. Well, technically we're not London, but so for us to go over there, show off how good our boys are. We've got an amazing bunch of boys, and over the last 6 weeks ago, have worked their socks off. So I think we need to go there. Who knows how well we do? There's a part of me that thinks, well, let's go there and beat everybody. But more importantly, there's a part of me that wants to go there and offer an opportunity for our boys to play against Rangers, to play against Dundalk, County Tyrone, and then you never know. So we've got those 3 teams as a kind of our seeding games. From that, we can play Man United, Leeds, Valencia, Arsenal. They're all in our age group. So let's go over there. Let's see what Monday holds. Take that first game, and then go from there. Really.
How big a demand is it going to be on the boys playing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like back-to-back games? How demanding is that going to be?
I think our rest and our rehab is going to be crucial. So the boys, it's not a holiday. They're not going to go over there and play a game of football and then have a chill out. And we need to kind of prepare them again for the next day. That's why we're taking 18 players. We will pick up a niggle or knock. We will pick up players that are fatigued. Some of our boys are still going through growth spurts, so we need to kind of manage those as well. So yeah, I think by Friday night, when hopefully we're playing Man United in the final, we could have some tired limbs.
So we're taking quite a big support team as well in staff-wise. So it's yourself. Who's going to be joining on the tour?
Liam Parrington, our professional Fade Leeds coach, is coming over as well to support me, kind of on the field as such.
I'm glad that you know his title.
I'm not sure he does, but and then we've got obviously Kane, our chairman's coming over to sort out and help with logistics and organisation and doing the social media and all the kind of the bits and bobs that surround the team. We've got one of our physios coming over with us as well to support, and I'm guessing he might be very busy doing massage and looking after the boys, with their kind of rehydration and things like that. So and then obviously a few parents will come over and watch as well. So we've got 18 players. We've got 4 members of staff that are going to look after their.
What's the living arrangements whilst you're out on tour? So do the players stay with the parents, or?
No. We're as much as we love our parents, they're kind of staying separately, so they'll be off in hotels and wherever they're going to stay. We want to prepare our boys in the fact that this is a professional tour, so you're staying with us as coaches and members of staff, and then the boys will group in together, share rooms together, and their day-to-day time will be with us staff, not parents.
The logistics and operations out there is fairly impressive. So when the team arrive, picked up on a coach.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. So how do you move around?
I believe we've got our own kind of courier that I can't quite remember his name actually, but we've got a guy that's going to look after us, pick us up from the airport, take us to the hotel. If we want to go off and train, we'll then jump on the minibus and they'll take us to training. We'll again, the same guy will take us to and from all our fixtures. So literally once we're there, we've got a
real tournament environment. It's very, very similar to
a top. So it'll be no different to how England prepared and were moved around the country in Russia in the World Cup last year. It's no different to that. It's we have a base. We'll then travel around the country to our games in Northern Ireland and then go back to our base after the games. Hopefully get the boys to bed very quickly. And then us as members of staff, we can talk about that game and prepare for the next one.
Superb. We'll be hearing more from you as the week unfolds out in Northern Ireland.
Also, we're just super excited for our boys. They deserve it. They deserve this opportunity. Let's just go out and do what we do.
Thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you.